Thanks for coming back. Downtown Paphos is in the very, very distance. We are on the top of Mesogi Avenue. So this is the area, perhaps if you want to come and get some big electrical products, or perhaps Sports Direct, or perhaps you want to buy a BMW or a Nissan, or perhaps something even more at market, like a Bentley or even a Rolls Royce. Yeah, Onyx, the car dealer on the right hand side, does dibble and dabble in Range Rovers, and then he goes a bit more up market, and he's got things like Bentleys, and oh my god, he's got Aston Martin there, and oh my goodness, he's got a black Rolls Royce Cullen, all blacked out. I tell you what, Baron Von Cigar, have a word with the greatest accountant in the world. That's our Lady Victoria, and let's see if Mr. Paul one day can get himself one of those. Imagine that on camera, with the spirit of ecstasy rising up as we go on our drives. So that's something for the future, maybe. You never know. Only joking. We'll probably end up in something like a Volkswagen Up, because at least if you've got a Volkswagen Up, no disrespect to someone who's got one, but the only way is up. Anyway, we're on Mesogi Avenue, we're working our way down, we're going to go through central Paphos, and we're going to get to probably the area known as the Old Town, subject to traffic. Traffic at the moment is quite light, by the way, because we're deep in lunch hour time. So most people have frenzied around and got to wherever they're going to go. So now, hopefully, it'll be fairly quiet. But in an hour or so, it goes crazy again because everyone's coming back. And you believe it or not, some people travel 30, 40 kilometres each way. So that's why they have to leave work early, and that's why they come back to work late. Because, hey, you know, lunch is probably the most important thing in the world if you are living in Cyprus. And of course, if you're coming to Cyprus, perhaps for a fortnight, a week, a weekend, you know, it's not that far. Perhaps if you're only coming over from the Lebanon, you know, there are people coming from there, people coming from Qatar, people coming from very, very close by, and of course people coming from farther afield. How long is it on a plane from the UK? What, about 4 hours 15 minutes if you don't know? And when you're going back, it's a little bit slower because, well, the pilots don't really want to put their foot down, do they? They don't really want to go back to a cold and damp climate. Drop in the comments, what is your weather like in your part of the UK? If your name is Lady Sweet Candy, she's planning on constructing an ark because she said the weather is so bad, and then she's going to paddle like crazy back to downtown Paphos, probably book herself back into the Alexander the Great Hotel. Could be the greatest hotel in the world, and of course it will always have a great memory in her life because that's where she got married. But unfortunately, we got to meet some of the crew, but we didn't get to meet our girl Sweet Candy. Hopefully, when you come back, you'll spare an hour or two and come and hunt us down in the Pelican restaurant in the downtown Paphos Harbour, and of course we can chew the fat. A little bit like a lot of people do. Nantwich crew's in town at the moment. They come and join us every night, and it's an absolute pleasure, and we sit there and we have great talks and ideas. And of course the man in charge of the IT, that's our Lord Simon, has got some fabulous ideas for the little channel known as Marika and me. What about virtual karaoke? Do you fancy that one? Because that one could be coming, well, in the near future, shall we say. What about the holiday giveaway live on the little channel known as Marika and me? That one's going to be coming very, very soon indeed. For those of you who tune in every single day, I don't know all your names, obviously, but I know Sir Daniel tunes in, I know Sir Arnaldo tunes in, I know Sir Brian tunes in, and I know that our Lord Jake tunes in as well, along with one or two other people. I think Lord Marka the Peacocks tunes in as well, and maybe Lady Cheryl, and hopefully the two princesses, Princess Amelia and Princess Abigail. And I know a young man in downtown Mansfield. He's got a dad called Sir Carl, and he's got a mum called Lady Rebecca. So I must be talking to the one and only Viscount James. A very, very big hello to you, young man. And hopefully when you come to Paphos, you will do me the honour of sitting next to me. I know you're a little bit too young to drive, although you can probably drive better than a lot of us locals, and I include myself in that. But hopefully you'll do me the honour of joining Mr. Paul, and we'll drive around and we'll have a chat, shall we say, because the first person to do that, of course, was Lord Baron of the Cigar. And we had a great time, by the way, going out hunting cigars, and we put the camera on once and had a bit of a chat or two, didn't we? So if you fancy doing that with Mr. Paul, drop it in the comments. When you come out to Paphos, I'll pick you up, and of course we'll go for a little joyride and perhaps get a coffee or two, and perhaps steal a car or two on the way. You never know, because that's what we do, by the way. I'll leave you to ponder on that one. So, Andrea, thank you very much for turning these lights to green. Big shout out to your partner in your crimes, of course, our Sir Mart. They're getting ready to come to Paphos soon. August is not far away, and they'll be cooking in front of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and we'll be hunting you down. That is for sure. Talking of Andrea's, there's another girl in downtown London, and she does like a little bit of El Pan. Yes, and of course she loves her partner in her crimes with all of her heart, and that's our Lord M. And a big shout out to their princess, Princess Sarah. Hopefully you're tuned in, and hopefully you're not having to do any cooking or cleaning, because of course your mum is at home. But hopefully soon they'll be jetting back to Paphos and joining us for a spectacality of a meal indeed. What did we have? The pelican fish platter, wasn't it? And it was absolutely to die for. So looking forward to you guys coming back to Paphos very, very soon indeed. Cigar's still going, by the way, because it's a big, big boy, and of course it's a Churchill. So you go Google it and see, and drop in the comments perhaps how much is a Churchill cigar in the UK, how much is it in downtown Krakow in Poland, how much is it in Israel, how much is it in Denmark by Count Ronnie? Yes, we've not forgotten it. How much is it downtown Manchester by Count Paul of the Butler, our very, very first superstar on the little channel known as Marika and me. So should we talk a little bit about the website, what's going to go on? Yeah, fancy that? Well, you'll be able to commission birthday shout-outs, anniversary shout-outs, those sort of things, only going to cost you €10. You'll be able to commission a special video for you, something that's important to you, where we'll mention you over and over. Perhaps it could be to do with your forthcoming wedding, or the wedding that's just gone by, or perhaps just a great, great day out you had when you were on the island of love, which of course is Cyprus. It's a little bit too late to stop love, because there is a big truck stuck up my bottom, and he's not stopped for you either. But there we go. If you are going to a zebra crossing, please be very, very careful. Most of the drivers are too busy smoking cigars, making YouTube videos, and just pondering on other things rather than what they're actually doing, which of course is driving. So, as predicted, we have got as far as the old town of Paphos. Kennedy Square is coming up on the right very, very soon indeed, and I think we may even get down to the Paphos Harbour, because of course the traffic, as you've noticed, is very, very light indeed. So don't click off just yet. Let's see how far we can get in these magic 12 to 15 minutes. And drop in the comments, what do you think the length of a YouTube video should be? It's got to be 10 minutes, by the way, so it can't be less than that. I know you don't want me to make videos at all, I understand that. Make them 10 seconds, Mr. Paul, but no, it's got to be just over 10 minutes, because that's what YouTube wants. They like a 10 minute and a little bit, because they like to break it up and pop in little adverts, and of course, well, that's how they make their money, isn't it? And we do make a little bit, by the way, if you are curious. We do make a couple of cents if you let that advert play. Some of them you can't click off at all, can you? No, there we go. So, but that's YouTube. That's not us. That is YouTube. That's how YouTube monetizes YouTube itself, and apparently they give us somewhere around about 25% of their revenue. So that means they're doing very, very well indeed. And of course, on some of these hugely successful YouTube channels, it means they're making millions. But there you go. The idea of YouTube channel is to allow you to profile yourselves, and of course after that perhaps you can make a little side bets, shall we say, by making special videos for people. Perhaps hopefully people will gift us a virtual coffee or two via the Buy Me a Coffee platform. If you Google these magic words, Marika and me, buy me a coffee, up will come our landing page. You can choose to read a little bit more about us, and of course read a comment or two, and a lot of people like to do that, don't they, to make sure that their views are the same as everyone else's. And then, well, you never know, you might want to gift us that coffee or two. You may even want to become a Superstar member. What you get, a special title, you get a little bit closer to Marika and me, and you know that you are keeping the channel afloat. You pop in that little bit of fuel in the tank and allowing us to make these videos, especially for you. There's going to be 2 more tiers added to the little Superstar platform, and as you pay that little bit more, you will get that little bit more, of course. And the top tier is going to be €30 a month. You get a title, you get yourself closer to Marika and me. You can get yourself picked up from the airport and taken back to the airport as well. And also you can get an exclusive tour driving around with Mr. Paul. So consider that. Of course, that will be coming up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So funding options for the little channel known as Marika and me. We're not asking everyone to do it, but we understand that a few people love us a little bit, and hopefully they will take that little bit extra mile and make sure that we're able to buy our cigars and able to buy a Rolls Royce and all those kinds of things. Those are the parking sensors in this French car. They are very, very bonsoir-y to people when you get that little bit close. They are, see, even when the car was going away, it said hello, bye-bye, au revoir is what it said. Is my French any good, Lady Sylvie? Drop it into the comments, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you when you come back to Paphos at the end of June, which is not far away, is it? So if you are coming on a holiday, by the way, where are you going to stay? Drop in the comments, and if you want some help and some advice, I will give you my views. And if I think that it's the right location, I'll tell you. And if I think it's not the right location for you, I will tell you. Because often people think that they might be close to Coral Bay, or they might be close to the Paphos Promenade and Harbour area. Because we all understand that, you know, if you've got a house or a villa or a hotel and you're trying to fill it with people, you're not actually going to tell the whole truth. You're going to say it's very close to the promenade, and perhaps it's 25 miles away. You're going to say it's a short taxi drive away. Maybe it is, but each time you get in that taxi, of course, it's going to cost you 20+ euros or so. If you're wondering, the girl the other day that says they've booked their holiday, Casey, yeah, I remember you, Casey. Just over there on the left-hand side is the rear end of the Mayfair Hotel. So if you come out the front end and keep walking straight, like we're going in this car right now, you're going to be 10 to 15 minutes walk from the downtown Paphos Promenade and Harbour area, and of course 10 to 15 minute walk to the Old Town. So a very, very good location for a fair price and a great place if you're coming with your family, which you are. So you are going to get a spectacality of a holiday indeed. And please, please, one evening come down to the harbour and hunt down myself and the most beautiful woman in the world. Of course, that's Mesogi. Both. Of course, that's my Marika. And pull up a chair. Let's chew the fat. Yeah, big shout out to the greatest train driver in the world. That's our Sir Andy, and of course his girl in downtown Bolton, Lady Sarah. Looking forward to seeing you guys in October. So, as I predicted, the traffic has been quite light, so we are going to get down to the harbour, and you are going to get a spectacality of a view indeed. And a big shout out to a girl who's getting on a big bird very, very soon indeed, and she's going to bring her handsome hubby with her. That's our Lady Joanne, and of course, the man of her dreams. Let's hope he is handsome, by the way. I'm only joking. I'll bet he is. And of course, that's our Sir Baz. We're looking forward to seeing you, and hopefully you will do us the honour of coming to join us one evening in the Pelican restaurant, where we can chew the fat and get to know each other that little bit better. There's a big inundation coming up in the road, so let's slow right down there. Oh my goodness. Feel that front suspension getting damaged. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's get down to the blue Mediterranean Sea. That's what you all want to see. We're going to be at the main event very, very soon, the Paphos Promenade and Harbour area. And it really is a spectacality of a place indeed. Bars, restaurants, shops galore. If you want to hire an electric scooter, well, there you go, on the left-hand side. Pop in and say hello to the guys. Don't forget to mention Marika and me. You never know, they might just chuck you out, especially for me. Thanks for watching, and I will look forward to seeing you again very, very soon indeed. Now I know these cobbles look very nice, but to be honest, they're not very nice to drive on, and to be honest, they're not that nice to walk on, are they? Like in Chester, where I've come from, the cobbles are, you can break your ankles on, but there we go. It looks nice, I suppose. Rant over, downtown Paphos Harbour. It's waiting especially for you. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, you'll join me again very, very soon indeed. This is the Paphos Harbour, by the way. Car park, and it's totally free of charge. Look at that. Spectacular. Oh yeah. Right, let's go and smoke the cigar and let's go and get a coffee.